with another episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share all your social media platforms. The Chiefs, we playing on Monday night, taking on another NFC South foe in prime time. As they take on the Buccaneers, looking forward to going 8-0. Just a few things up. DeAndre Hopkins is going to make his debut in the Chiefs uniform at Arrowhead Stadium this time. The first home game in front of the fans. We also got an old foe from the Super Bowl a few years ago. He's still on the Bucs. But, he might be a little ahead of himself with the jokes. But before we get to that, man, it's just me and my guy Country for this one. Anybody else pop up, you'll see them. So, Country, what's happening, man? How are you feeling this week?
Man, chilling. You know how it is on a Friday night. Happy Halloween, all you people out there. Happy holiday, whatever. Uh, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the first of the
So get
month.
up, get up, get up.
So, no, same old shit. Different day.
Oh, yeah, rent is due. Hope y'all paid your rent. But anyway, man. Yeah, man. First of the month. Kick off Red Friday, our first November Red Friday of this season. So yeah, man, let's go and get into it, man. We got the Bucs. This Bucs team, they've been hampered by injuries, man. It's tough, man. Like, cause as a guy who's like a competitor or somebody who wants to watch the best of the best, go at it. Unfortunately for the Bucs, they won't have Mike Evans and Chris Godwin together for the rest of the season. Now, Mike Evans could come back later on in the year, but Chris Godwin's done for the season,
Yeah.
unfortunately for them. So they got to depend on some young guys in the wide receiver core to kind of keep this offense going a bit. I know Baker Mayfield, he's been having a heck of a year numbers wise, but you've seen all the mistakes and starting to ramp up a little bit just because he got to try to make up for the loss of his two main targets. You depending on a young receiver in Jalen McMillan from Washington, rookie. You depending on Trey Palmer, who's a second-year guy, I believe, from Nebraska. And then you depending on Sterling Shepard, like your old college teammate, who's been in the league for a minute, but he kind of that's how his career. So,
Yeah.
yeah, you got that going on. And then defensively, man, the Buccaneers, like they defense ain't been the same. Like it's not the Buccaneers defense that I'm been accustomed to seeing. Like they just been giving it up. Like you see, Kirk Cousins in the two games they played, the Falcons swept the Bucs and he threw 9 touchdowns. So I think it's slim pickings for Patrick Mahomes to have a big game. So, I mean, how we feeling about the matchup this week?
It's about time. Pat is probably coming off one of Pat's best games of the season. Um, we finally above C plus level with Pat. I think it was maybe a B minus, B plus type of game he had. He hasn't had that Patrick Mahomes. Oh my God, there you go again. Game. He's had flashes, but he hasn't had a complete game like that. There's a huge opportunity for him to have a Pat Mahomes like game. And to justify that MVP talk that some people are giving him, not a lot of people, but some people are still giving him bet in favor for MVP. He go out and put up Kirk Cousins numbers. It's going to change the narrative a little bit, and is already changing the conversation. The conversation is starting to turn about what this team is going to be. The offense still got some issues, but let's see how it looks with a full slate of DeAndre Hopkins, a full plate of him. He's picked up the offense. Um, he's a vet. He's a vet. So, and if anybody could come in and pick up that offense, D Hop is on that short list of guys. I think you get Juju back in Buffalo, and it's still not complete, but it looks a little better. You got way more options. This is the Noah Gray biggest fan supporting podcast ever. We've been saying get Noah Gray the ball since Noah Gray been here. It's finally happening. Noah Gray is a legitimate weapon in this offense. Period. Kareem Hunt is 20 carries deep every game. We might have to ease up on that one a little bit. I take it down to 18 or something, Andy. I don't know, but because I think he's starting to show a little. He's getting beat up a little bit. But I mean, the defense is there, bro. The defense is. I'm not worried about the defense, and they just added a new coat of paint on the new coat of clear on that thing. Oh yeah, we good. Shout out to Josh Usay, I think. Whatever you say, I say, who say, we say.
Yeah, you say.
Defense
Yeah.
on 3.
Yeah.
Defense on 3. That's what we say. But they just added another shiny color clear on that thing. That thing is sparkling and candy coated. With them gold things that mustard and mayonnaise on it. That part of the ride is looking very great. You know what I'm saying? We got some beating and we got slap in the trunk. You know what I'm saying? We listen to some old school Sally Sale, E40, something like that. Defense we ain't got to worry about defense. Period. Offense got to come through, man. Offense been riding that Toyota Camry. It's time to upgrade to that GS 300. You know what I'm saying? With them things on there. Big body with the buggy eye rims. You know what I'm saying? So the quicker they all get on the same page, and it's going to take some time because, like I said, Juju coming back Buffalo. Hopefully we get Hollywood Brown back. Supposed to be positive. And then we can get this thing rolling. And defense wins championships, not D, just defense. You gotta say that.
You don't see the quotation marks.
Yeah, that's a part. That's a part. Yeah. But I think that they starting to get it together, and it's starting to get deep. It's starting to get to that time where, okay, it's real now. So let's wake up and let's get it. You know what I'm saying? So let's wake up. Let's get it. It's time. It's time.
I love the car references that you made, man. You was killing it with the references during your little soliloquy, man. So shout out to you for that, bro.
My soliloquy.
It was fire.
Don't be trying to use them DMAC words on me, bro. I ain't with all that.
But anyhow, man. But yeah, bro, it's definitely that time, for the offense to upgrade next. And we're gonna get some guys back, hopefully, like you mentioned. Mm-hmm. I know Pacheco coming back for sure. Hollywood's still up in the air right now.
I didn't even mention Pacheco, and Pacheco's on his way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's definitely on his way. You said Juju. So this offense is only going to get better as we get healthier. But I think this is the game where people be like, "Oh, well, Patrick Mahomes is back."
you had the chance.
Just right, just lurking.
No, seriously, bro. You had 8 weeks. You had 8 weeks to do something.
The TD
nobody did nothing.
Ratio,
and we can't say, well, they were just playing bad teams. No, we played Cincinnati, Baltimore. The Ravens. Hey, I said the Ravens. I said Baltimore at the same time. We've played quality teams. We played the Saints when they were still kind of good. Hey, we not just rolling over chumps. These are real legitimate wins. These ain't Buffalo wins. Had to throw that shot. I'm sorry.
Buffalo wins.
Buffalo wins. You know how Buffalo do. Mm-hmm. They beat up on bad teams. That's not what we do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I hope it stay that way, but who knows? Who knows what's going to happen if we get that first loss?
Yeah. We beat the Chargers. Yep. So they putting together. You had a opportunity to change the narrative. This is the Chiefs 3-peat season. They're going for history, and you just letting them skate by. They haven't played a A+ game yet. Not at all. Not even close. Not even close. We're in the second quarter of the season. We're in the half point. Well, not the half, but we've played 2 quarters of this season already, and we haven't played our best game. Not even close. Offensively. So when you look up and they throwing another parade, you had your chance. You had your chance. Be mad at yourself. I would be, if I was an AFC team, I would be upset right now. I seen the little rumor going out. We don't know if we should be sellers at the deadline. Yes, you do. What do you mean? You're already 2 games out. if you're doing good. If you Baltimore, you 2 games out, 3 games. We got 3-game lead on Baltimore.
Yeah, I think they got 3 losses. Yeah, they got 3 losses on their record.
Yes.
So
Ain't that scary? They scary. We got a 3-game lead on them. Bengals got 5 losses. Houston can't protect their quarterback, and they injuries starting to pile up too.
yeah, they
All the
receiving core
contenders that
depleted
we
too.
were looking at, all the people we were looking at, they don't look that good no more. It's midnight. It's Cinderella. They missing a slipper. The pumpkin it'll turn into a pumpkin. The carriage ain't a pumpkin. The horse turning back into a cat. It's over, bro. Like, some of y'all need to wake up and face reality, man. Y'all had a chance to knock us off our pedestal, and we just been sleepwalking through the season.
Yeah, it's pretty wild when you think about it, because like I still got Baltimore as like a contender. We know Buffalo the closest thing right now. But like, there's gonna be them other teams like Pittsburgh. Ain't nobody really taking them serious as a contender, and it's like, look, Mike Tomlin has had John Harbaugh's number for quite a bit. Like,
but it's not even Mike Tomlin. It's Russell Wilson. We don't take him seriously because we've seen him before. We've seen this movie. We've seen him get hot, and then we seen him cold.
Yeah.
Now he beat us. He had one of his best games. It took him. It took a mighty effort for Russell Wilson and the Chiefs helping him out. The only people that can beat the only people I'm concerned with, the only teams I'm concerned with is the Kansas City Chiefs. That's the only team that can beat us.
Yeah.
And Pat Mahomes been trying to beat himself all year with all these interceptions and turnovers. He been trying to beat himself. It's like, we the only team that try to beat ourselves. We undefeated against them too.
And my thing is this, bro. Like, people are just trying to reach for stuff now. Like what Patrick Mahomes said, his TD interception ratio, he's getting carried. He ain't the same Mahomes. Y'all refused to call him out on his play and stuff. And like, I saw a little chart, whatever, of quarterbacks that had unlucky plays that resulted in the turnovers, and like half of Mahomes' interceptions has been unlucky. You know what I'm saying? Like
tip passes, drop passes, bounces. It's bad. He's thrown like 2 bad interceptions though.
Really bad.
The Chargers game,
and the
he
Bengals
threw a
game.
bad one. That was a bad one.
The Bengals game, like the linebacker,
he threw a bad one in the Bengals. Yeah, so he's not perfect. He gonna throw some. What's up, Chris? He gonna throw some interceptions, but okay, we'll beat him. How many interceptions he throw against San Francisco? 2.
Yeah. And
they can do nothing with him.
And they take, and this is why I try to tell other fan bases, man. Like, yeah, Mahomes turned the ball over, but there's one problem: when you get the turnovers, you're not taking advantage. Like, you only can get a field goal, or you don't get no points. Like, if you get a turnover off us, you gotta score a touchdown. Like, we're literally at that point right now. Like, you gotta score a touchdown.
And people been talking about the offense. I was listening to shout out to Foolish Club Media. I was listening to Ron and BK today, and they were saying, well, they scored over 26 points in most of their games. It's not like they scoring. Last year, we was beating people scoring 17, 19, 20. No, it's not that, bro. It's bigger than that. It's the same. It's a struggle still, but it's not the same struggle. And they beating people conventionally. The Raiders game, that score was 27-20. That game was not that close. The last touchdown was the epitome of a garbage time touchdown.
Yeah, it was garbage time all day.
They were in prevent. They was just let them run clock. Come on, y'all. Come on. Hey, we're letting y'all score. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't that close. So They playing it. They sleepwalking, man. This is the same. This is the same. It reminds me of when they lost to Tampa Bay in the Super Bowl. How we would say every week, like, hey man, stop playing. Y'all lollygagging all through the season. Y'all just sleepwalking through these games. And apparently they good at here's the real thing. Kansas City Chiefs are way better than they probably better than 90% of the teams in the AFC or in the NFL already. So they don't have to, while you got to get up for our game, we don't have to get up. We already there. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you got to match our, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. It's not the prettiest thing, but they definitely dominating these games, man. And
Yeah.
I think it ain't time to start talking about undefeated, but if they can get through Buffalo in that 10-day 3-game stretch, hey man, we talking about some real history happening. If that goes down, we gonna have to start talking for real. It's way more big. It's crazy.
My thing with the undefeated talk is this. Because like, I mean, is it possible that we could go undefeated at some point? Maybe, but it just depends on getting through those two main obstacles, like you mentioned. But even with that, man, like that's like added pressure. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to go undefeated and then win the Super Bowl. Like the longer the streak goes, like the more added pressure just builds onto it, and it's like, and it gets to the point where it's like, do you really want to be undefeated?
Who's had more pressure than us anyway?
I mean, nobody.
We already built off pressure.
But
you don't think Pat Mahomes is going to respond to the pressure of, oh, now you undefeated?
I'm not saying he won't.
I'm not saying I don't care about going undefeated. I think it would be amazing. I also think that we're going 15-2. I'm confused on how you beat us right now.
Well, I mean,
I'm serious. No, because if the offense puts what we think they're going to put together, how are you going to beat us if you can't score 28 points and then we're putting up 28 points? How are you going to beat us?
Yeah, I was about to say, like, this offense fully gets in motion, and yeah, it's definitely over. Like, the thing is, like, the thing that's been our issue all season long is the red zone, but like the past 2 weeks, it looked like we started to turn the corner in that area or something. Because
give me Kareem Hunt the ball. Kareem Hunt's got what, 4 or 5 touchdowns in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah,
all in the red zone, and then Travis Kelce starting to get hot, and then you add DeAndre Hopkins to your red zone offense. That don't sound scary to you?
It's like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do at that point?
How many more players can we lose to injuries?
As I say, we've been losing players like every week, it seemed like. And we still able to manage it somehow. Now, the goal is to not lose any more key players,
no,
but you know how this game is.
We can't afford any more injuries.
you know how this game of football is, man.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, you can't script it. As long as you don't lose Mahomes
Or
for
Chris Jones.
a long amount of time.
Yeah, Travis Kelce. Yeah, those guys. As long as you don't lose like any of the main core.
Because I was thinking about it today. I'm like, if you need a 2-game stretch, I'm confident Carson Wentz can win us 2 games. You know what I'm saying? I'm confident that he could perform in doing that.
Depends on who it is.
I mean,
yeah. Don't. Please knock on wood. No. Please knock on wood.
I'm saying though. Even if it came to the point where they were going into undefeated, and Andy said, "I'm going to rest my starter," I can see him resting Travis Kelce. I can see him resting Pat Mahomes if they're going into Week 18, and I can see Carson Wentz going out and winning that game.
I mean, it's possible because we're at that point where it looks to be that way, to where like we may have home field already if we get past Buffalo in our business from there on out. And it may get to that point where in Week 18, just be like, okay, put Carson Wentz back, put Carson Wentz out there, and all these other guys.
Let's see what he can do. But I mean, not to get too cocky. But let's focus game by game. The Buccaneers are just lost both of their top wide receivers. Their running game isn't. It's kind of crazy right now. It's not that good. Baker Mayfield's having a good season. He's starting to prove people wrong that was down him. I'm one of them. I'm not a huge Baker Mayfield fan, but he's putting up solid numbers, and they need this game too. So they're going to come in desperate. They're going to give us our best shot. Their best shot. I just think that we just got too much right now for anybody, and that could be anybody coming in. And it's Monday night. All the eyes are on you. All the pressure is on you. D Hop's first game at Arrowhead. I think they're going to try. They're going to put an emphasis on him having a good game. He's going to be put in situations where he can win for the majority of the night. I expect him to get 5 or 6 catches. You know what I'm saying? There was opportunities for him to get more catches last game. So I think they're going to put him in the best position to succeed and make him look good. So that's, man, you get Andy Reid an extra day.
It's going to be tough. And my thing is this, like, I know Ty Bowe's been known to, like, send a blitz and everything, use a blitz and all that, but, you know, it's kind of tough right now. Like, the Buccaneers, it's like pretty much everything is wide open on their defense. Like, you can get behind them in the secondary get like chunk plays against them right now. I mean, that's how bad it looks on their end. And
yeah, you remember Tyreek Hill versus the Buccaneers
during the regular season,
couple years ago?
Yeah, I remember that.
We got a little fast kid. I ain't saying he Tyreek Hill.
Nah, he ain't
we
fast
got a little
like
fast kid out there. Speaking of, why did the Colts hang up on Xavier Worthy?
Because it's the wrong Texas guy, man. They clearly wanted Adonai Mitchell. It's like, oh, wrong Texas guy. Click.
That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing, bro. As a franchise. Hey, yeah, totally off subject. Prayers up for Mooney and his entire family, bro. That was a tragedy, bro. That's very sad situation.
Yeah, it was definitely messed up.
I couldn't imagine that. So
she was about to turn 2.
Yeah. If you got kids, man, hug your kids, man. Every day. You never know. It could be you that leave. It could be your kids. You never know. So stay close with your babies. But yeah, that was a very tragedy. Prayers for him, because I don't know how you play a game. I was talking to my brother about it. I'm like, what would you do? And he like, man, I probably play to get my mind off of it. Like, that's the only time that you're not thinking about it. But I get that too. So it's kind of like man, that's difficult though. So, but you know, prayers for him.
I mean, that's how some of these athletes are, man. Like, you know, I mean, you've seen cases where they don't play, or you see cases where they do play, and you know, do it for them or try to get them off their mind. Well, so I know country had an emergency and everything, but as I was saying though, man, you seen I know you guys remember Brett Favre. He played when his father passed away on a Monday Night Football against the Raiders, and he had one of the best games of his football career. So that's an example right there. And I mean, you just hear about all these athletes throughout our lifetime that have gone through stuff and they persevered. Like Michael Jordan, obviously, like his father passed away, and He started his second three-peat winning in '96, and how emotional he got after that since his dad wasn't there at that time. So that's just some of the things right there. But at the end of the day, man, like just back to this football game, DeAndre Hopkins, man, he should have a monster game. Like I'm talking 100 yards and a touchdown. Like I know y'all remember when Kareem had his first game back at Arrowhead, he had 100 yards rushing and a touchdown. I don't see why D Hop can't do the same thing receiving wise, because like who on Tampa's going to be able to cover him? Honestly,
Yeah, they're gonna try to. Man, they're gonna put an emphasis on D Hop this week. Good luck. I think Travis get 100 yards too, man. Travis
oh
quietly getting back in the. Travis is quietly getting back into the mix every week.
yeah,
I would.
yeah, yeah, I think it's happening.
What's up, Paul?
What's up with it, Paul? Paul, I ain't seen you in a minute, man. Unless you just been lurking in the shadows and not chatting. So
Even waiting on Boogie to come back.
too probably. Um, yeah, I don't know what Boogie's up to, but anyhow, but yeah, man. At the end of the day, man, I just don't see how Tampa has any answers for real in this situation. I mean, this could be a game where we might get in the 30s. You see, I'd have calmed it down some. Like I already told y'all, we ain't scored 40 points. I ain't gonna say it no more. Like that was their
You don't
last
want to
chance
go. You
last
don't
year.
want to. You
That
don't
was
want
their
to go
last
out on the
chance
edge
last
for
year.
that 40 burger no more.
Nah, that's it, bro. Like they blew their opportunity, man. So hey, Boogie live on Twitch, maybe.
Tell him on live on Twitch.
Yeah, tell him to bring his butt over here. But
He better
nah,
not be losing either.
but nah, man. It's just that it's gonna be tough. Like Tampa, the only way they got to try to win this game is they got to try to outscore us. But that's just tough because our
Yeah,
defense, like, they're not gonna be able to run the ball, and and then the more Baker Mayfield throws the ball, the more prone he is to turn the football over.
turnovers.
But what I am interested to see how they handle this cornerback two situation here. Um, I don't know. Is there? I don't know if I haven't seen the latest like on Nazi or anything. If Nazi's clear concussion protocol for this game or not.
He practiced today, limited practice, right?
Uh-huh.
Last time I looked, it was a limited practice. Yeah, man, I don't think it's that much of a rush this week because of the opponent and how they're banged up in the wide receiver room. And I wouldn't rush him back, but if he can go, he can go. I think what's the kid's name? Roland Wallace. I think he filled in rather nicely. There was a couple hiccups there, but he's a rookie. It's that time, and Spags believes in him. So who am I not to? But let's see what he do. There's a chance to. I'm not giving up on Josh. I see a lot of people giving up on Josh, and I'm just not in that crowd. I know he had a rough couple penalties, but I didn't see him getting consistently burnt or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? And Josh has been here. He's been through the rise. He's played the 20 games. He's won Super Bowls. He's been against the Cincinnati Bengals when they were at their best and came up with picks. So I'm not giving up on Josh yet. I know a lot of y'all are down on Josh right now, but I'm not. I think he's a vet that knows how to win and know what he needs to do to get where we need to go. And I think that yeah, I agree, Josh. I think he get better with more snaps. And I'm not just saying that because I know him, but I think it's true. I think that he gets better with more snaps. You put him out there. Jalen was a huge loss, but I think Josh can make up for it. He's tall. He's quick. He can play. So keep the penalties down, and then go from there.
Yeah, like it was a little rough on Josh, man. Like it's been kind of rough on Josh this season in general.
Hmm.
with the penalties and had little mishaps and whatnot. Um, but like at the end of the day, man, like you mentioned, I mean, he does have experience. I mean, he's got that going for him. And like you said with the opponent, we might be able to get by with if they decide to sit Nazi, we may be able to get by with it. And
What
like,
would you do would you sit Nazi or would you?
well, like since Tampa got
I
a
want I
rookie,
want him. This is okay. Let me say, hold on, before you answer. I want my DBs at closest to 100% before Buffalo as possible. You feel me? So, with that said, would you? Hey, we'll just start working it back. We'll get it back, get you out of the protocol, get you ready for Buffalo.
yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that because I mean, Tampa got a wide receiver got a rookie wide receiver on their end too. So I mean, you mentioned Chris Roland Wallace. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if he's going to be matched up on Jalen McMillan, but I mean, if he is, I mean, I don't see how he wouldn't have an issue with that assignment. So I mean, and like the way our defense is set up, really, we have made it clear before the season started. Like, look, there's some good tight ends in this league, but we're content with letting them get theirs in comparison to the guys on the outside, or maybe the slot receiver, maybe. But we just putting the emphasis on the outside guys not beating us.
Mm-hmm.
So
And plus, one of them is going. McDuffie's going to be on one guy. So you already limiting the options.
yep.
Why
So,
you got so hard on Jawan Taylor, bro? I don't get it.
yeah, man. Look, Jawan, he played well. He played well last week. Like, look, Max
He
Crosby.
played very well last week.
Yeah, Max
He
Crosby
wasn't the
got nothing
problem.
off. Max Crosby
He
got
wasn't the
nothing off of
problem.
him.
Yeah. So yeah, I would relax on that. I we're gonna see Wanye. I think this is a big game for Wanye because he's gonna have to prove he needs that job. You know what I'm saying? Or then the thing is, okay, I think they panicked a little bit on Kingsley. Not to say it wasn't warranted, because Kingsley got Trey Henderson whooped his ass all day long. It was
But this was kind of expected. Like, we was expected to have rookie
yeah, we did.
hiccups.
So that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't get the benching him, because we all felt it was going to be a learning. It was going to be a learning tree moment. And I thought, well, shoot, Tim Grunhard had said bench him, and he's a vet, and I thought that was a little harsh, but they effectively benched him. And then Wanye had a good game against Atlanta. Um, Something about Max Crosby and Wanye though, that's gonna be a thing. That might be a thing for his career.
But
Wanye is if he's Eric Fisher, then Wanye is his JJ Watt. And eventually Eric Fisher figured JJ Watt out. But right now, Max Crosby be kicking Wanye ass.
it's not just
And
Max Crosby though. Like, it's any defensive end from the Raiders. It seemed like.
yeah, they running something. I don't know. Maybe it's the way, I don't know. But he has terrible games against the Raiders. This is like not terrible, but it was like a bad couple series. And that,
Below average
yeah,
games. We'll say that.
yeah, okay. But he looked good against Atlanta. Who was in Atlanta? Judon? Ain't Judon in
Yep.
Atlanta, right?
Yep. Judon. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Subpar is fair, I guess. Yeah, that's fair. He gonna have to get better, especially in the division, because you're gonna have to play them guys twice a year. So you got to improve on that, because you can have bad games against people we play every 4 years. Like if you wanted to have a bad game against Atlanta, I can excuse that, but you can't have a bad game against the Chargers, the Raiders, or the Broncos. You feel me? Because we see them twice a year. I can't afford to lose my quarterback against a divisional opponent. You know what I'm saying? So I think he'll get there. But this is the thing about him and Kingsley. Do you destroy Wanye's confidence? Have you destroyed Kingsley confidence already?
My thing is this, like, I think Nate Taylor confirmed it. Like, we probably won't see Kingsley back starting again this season. This is just like a learning, a learning type of year for him. If Wanye stays healthy the rest of the year. But I think I think with Kingsley just getting here, I really don't think his confidence is gonna get shot. I mean, I think honestly, I think he'll use it as a learning tool, and he'll get better for next season. Because like,
Mm-hmm.
who's to say that he won't be back in there starting next season?
Right. And he's not the skill, the talent is there. He's clearly more talented. He's a better player than Wanye, right? Like we see, he got more. Hold on. He got a higher ceiling than Wanye as a
Yeah,
left tackle, right?
yeah, absolutely.
All right. We got one of the best head coaches. We got one of the best line coaches. Teach him the game. Hey, it's not a benching. It's a pause, and we just gonna build you back up. We gonna break you down, and then we gonna build you back up, bro.
Yeah, and another thing,
Kevin, we
bro.
are not talking about the Lakers. It's not an NBA
Which,
podcast. You do this on
which
purpose, Kevin. You
I
do this
know
on
he
purpose.
he always do that, but my thing is this, bro. Like, look, at the end of the day, man, we know what Kingsley ceiling is, and like I saw somebody else say this, like Kingsley, he did play some right tackle in college too. Like it's different. Like both sides are playing on both sides of the line. As far as like being a tackle, it's a lot different. Like it's different techniques. Your hand placement got to be right. Is and your technique is different. Your
Yeah.
footwork is different. Like everything is different when you go from one side to another. So it's an adjustment, but at the end of the day, we saw Kingsley what he did in college at left tackle, and he was pretty good. So like, the NFL is just different.
Ultimately, he's going to end up being our left tackle. Wanye is probably going to be the swing,
Yeah,
unless Jawan is way too much money. You just end up cutting him, and you move. Why are you going to move Wanye to the right side? I don't know, but I think Kingsley is going to end up being the left tackle at the end of the day. He's just learning. He's under the learning tree. He's probably in that meeting with Andy Heck, and he need all the time he can get. Take that extra learning, soak all that in as a sponge, and then come back ready for next year, bro. You won the starting job in training camp. Go out and do it again. We haven't given up on you. I don't think they've given up on him. I just want to know, is his confidence shot from being benched? And it shouldn't be. You feel
yeah,
what I'm saying? Like,
they haven't gave up on him.
no, I don't think so.
Impossible. Like
Well, I
he's our
mean,
future. He's our future left tackle.
yeah, I think yeah. So the only worry about this game is we don't need any more injuries, and we want to start seeing the offense do it consistently. Um, they man, the offense that was it. Was that their best game of the year to you?
Oh man, it's up there. Like it's up there with. It's tough, man, because like the past three weeks, they've been rolling. Like they really ain't had no issues in the red zone. Like I hardly seen Harrison Bucker out there kicking field goals lately.
That's
So
hey,
it's kind of
Harrison
tough.
is yeah. I think Kareem Hunt is a big part of that. Kareem Hunt has been an absolute blessing since he came back. That was I know I know Brett Veach is not going to win any GM of the Year awards. I know Andy Reid's not going to win any Coach of the Year awards, but Kareem Hunt was a hell of a signing, and he's blown. If you had any expectations, I'm sure he's blown them away. Um,
And like what's and the crazy part is that he was just sitting there like in free agency, like nobody even thought of bringing him onto a team. Like no other teams were even thinking about him, man, which is crazy. Given
Right.
how he performed last year before the Browns let him go due to that hernia. It's just like Kareem was just sitting there, you know, whether he was getting himself ready or not.
Come on.
You know, I mean, by the way he's been produced so far, it looked like he was still staying ready, but that just blew my mind right there. How he was just available for us to bring him back,
Yeah.
and
Just sitting there.
he hit the ground running, no problem.
Yeah. I guess if he had a checker pass and he was hurt a little bit last year, and he's not really he's not well. I guess
Hey, he's
I
doing
was
a
gonna
lot
say
more than
like he's not
Ezekiel
a starter
Elliott.
anymore, but
He doing a
clearly he
lot
could
more
be
than
a
Ezekiel
starter.
Elliott in Dallas right now. He doing a lot more than
Well,
him.
Dallas is ran by
I know, but
not
still,
smart guys. I don't.
dog. Ezekiel Elliott was like one of the top backs in the league when he first got to the league, and I think him and Kareem like the same age, and Zeke is done. Kareem look
Yeah,
like he still got something
they
left.
ran. You talk about shout out to Jay Tuck, man. I'm sorry, bro, and Dia. Hey, they ran Ezekiel into the ground. They ran like what I'm saying, like, and this is a major motivation. This is also why I think D Hop is gonna have a hell of a next 10 games, 15, 12, 13 games, because they want a ring and they're hungry. They don't have rings. I hate to bring it up, but when Kareem Hunt gets pulled over, he says, I should be in the Super Bowl right now. I don't think he's ever forgot that. And he finally made it back. So the redemption is, hey, and J.K. Dobbins. Hey, we brought him in. We brought him in for a
Yeah,
visit.
we brought him for a visit. He didn't want to sign.
He didn't want to sign. So, he's already 0-1 against us. So shout out to J.K. Dobbins. You're a genius.
Like, hey man, you doing this thing individually in
He doing his
L.A.
thing. He on my fantasy. I almost traded for him this week in fantasy, but but yeah. How much did
That's,
he didn't sign for? How much money did he sign
I
for?
don't think he signed anything too crazy. I don't remember the contract. I looked that up, but yeah, I don't think it was anything too crazy. But it's enough to where the Chiefs probably weren't gonna pay that. So
Money ain't always. You can't just go off money. It's hard to say because I'm a fan and I'm biased. I wonder if you put D Hop under a lie detector test and say, man, would you rather be in Kansas City from the get go, or would you still have went the Tennessee route?
because like weren't we in the mix? Like during the
And it's
NFL draft, I
Baltimore's
think we was
fault.
in the
But
mix.
it's Baltimore's fault because they gave Odell Beckham $15 million,
Yeah,
and that drove the price. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
you're
But
right.
I
You're
wonder
right.
if you tied him down to a lie detector test and say, "Hey, bro, if you could do it all over again, would you have just went to Kansas City?"
That is a fair
That's
point.
great. I
But
love Kareem, man. I love Kareem too. I think that this is a redemption arc movie, and he's coming full circle. So he got to finish it off, and he runs like that. I thought Kareem had almost 100 yards. It just looked like he was running all the time, but he had like 59 yards. So I was like, that's it. Like I thought he was.
they were making him work, bro. Like them
And
yards
he
weren't
was
easy at
working.
all. But I'm glad we stuck to it though to keep the
Me
defense
too. Me
honest.
too. Me too.
So,
And
but
I think another thing that chemistry with Pat and Xavier Worthy is it's coming though. Like I think this
man,
might be this might
man,
be a game to help it work it itself all the way out. So this is an interesting game because they got the defense. They got the defense that we should be able to move the ball.
yeah. I mean,
Um,
it ain't like Xavier doesn't have issues scoring in prime time as it is. Like he been scoring quite often under the bright lights. But yeah,
that's facts, John.
that's great. That's
That's
great
facts,
comment, John.
man.
Yeah.
Plus you gotta factor in money, taxes, living arrangements, family, schooling. It's not just I'm gonna take the money and go here. You know what I'm saying? It's way
It's
more
a
than that.
lot.
You know,
It's a lot.
because if you put L'Jarius Sneed on a lie detector test right now, I don't think you know, I think he probably
Funny
would have took that.
business. Funny business in his words.
Hey, he deleted that tweet very
He
quickly.
deleted it in a hurry. He deleted it quick.
He deleted that because he knew that was, he was tripping. But I think he would if he could do it all over again. But yeah, that's why they have their agents. But your agent works for you though.
Yeah, supposedly. Supposedly he's
Supposedly.
supposed to work for you.
I mean, if you got Drew Rosenhaus, you say, hey man, I want to be in Kansas City. He gonna say, all right, well, let me see what I can get you though.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
And I think
I
David
think he
Mugalaita's the same way too, kind of, but his method is a lot different from Drew Rosenhaus. Like I
you said
see
who?
like David Mugalaita. He's athletes
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
first. He's athletes first now.
He's a good agent too.
Yeah.
He just he kind of just gets you the money though, and it's like
I mean, don't Drew
sometimes it's
Rosenhaus do
not
the
a
same
great
thing though?
fit all the time.
Don't
Sometimes
Rosenhaus
they
do
just
this?
get a lot of great money, but it's not necessarily a great fit for you. Feel me?
Oh, for that team. Oh well, yeah. I mean, there's players that sign for the money and they definitely don't match production because of the organization and
Hmm.
like the coaching staff because like it's just not a good fit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Nothing against him because I think he's a remarkable agent. It's a couple of very good agents. I mean, Drew Rosenhaus is gonna get you the bread. Now he got Tommy Townsend the bread. I don't even know where Tommy Townsend is.
He in Houston.
I, bro, I swear to God, I didn't know. I'm serious. No disrespect to Tommy Townsend, bro. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I,
Yeah.
don't- I ain't heard nothing about Tommy Townsend no more. I mean, you're a punter. You shouldn't. But at the same time, Dak worth the money?
Look, my
We've already talked about the Cowboys enough on this show, man. We got friends and family that are Cowboys fans. We don't want to disrespect them. Like,
hey man, I just know I think Dak just needs a new head coach. I think it's that time, man. Like him and McCarthy, they not gonna get on the same page completely, bro.
uh, bro,
And
for the
then Jerry,
last and final time, it's not the coach, it's not the players, it's the owner, bro.
I'm well aware of that,
It,
bro. But
it's
he, here's the thing, like we've been with McCarthy long enough, bro. I know it's Jerry Jones, but we've been with McCarthy long enough, man. It's just it's not gonna go anywhere if
yeah.
we keep it the way it is.
And
But the thing
he
is, though,
hired
like
who
the
hired the head coach?
yeah, but like with Jerry hiring the head coach, it ain't never gonna be right in Dallas.
It's never gonna be until I can't say it, bro. You can't say
Until
mean
Jerry leaves
stuff
this
like
earth.
until Jerry Jones ascends. You're never gonna be right, Dallas. I'm sorry, bro. Until he at least give up some control or something.
And he ain't never giving no control,
And
man.
he's never gonna do that. I'm telling you, bro. I keep saying this, y'all. If you know your owner's name, it's not a good thing. It's not. You shouldn't even know who owns the team.
Cause look what happened with the Colts right now, bro. Like the Anthony Richardson situation, and I
Who
told
owns
Colts
them?
fans this too. Like they just made the wrong draft pick, and it's nothing against Anthony Richardson, bro. But like he didn't fit scheme wise with the head coach and offense coordinator. And then on top of that, he's out here talking to me and talking about I just got tired, you know. Because like he was trying to run away from defense, got sacked. He said I got tired. Like you never supposed to say that to the media. You never supposed to say you was tired, bro. You no.
Bro,
He committed a cardinal sin. I knew he was done after that. I knew he had lost his job when he said that.
he lost the locker room on that. He had to.
And then I listened to a clip from Zaire Franklin's show. He's like the linebacker for the Colts, and he said I ain't even talked to Anthony about this situation. And I said, man, what the heck is going on in Indy, bro?
Well, didn't the receiver come out and say I didn't find out he was benched until I looked on Twitter?
Yeah, yep, Michael Pittman Jr.
And you know the owner of the Colts name, right?
Jim Irsay.
Thank you.
There you
That
go.
was my point. What happened, bro? Hey, what happened to Chris? Chris Ballard was looked at as like Brett Veach.
Yeah.
He was praised like Scott Pioli. He's one of the next guys.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when Chris Ballard left? That was a
Yep.
bad look for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Why y'all let him? He the up and coming. He the next one. He Luke Skywalker. No, he ain't.
He ain't going too well. Yeah, it's not going well at
He
all
looking
this
like
year.
Hayden Christensen.
Yo.
Yeah, I'm a Star Wars nerd. So what? He's not looking good right now. And Chris Ballard was praised. Chris Ballard was the next in line. He was supposed to be that guy. And he ain't did it in Indianapolis. I know Andrew Luck retired, but Andrew Luck been gone for what, 5 years now?
Yeah.
Man, if you got a bad owner, bro, if you know too much about your owner, it's not a good thing, man. That's not good for your team.
It sure ain't. We only hear about Clark Hunt once in a while. Once in a blue
Every
moon.
once in a while.
That's it.
Every once in a while.
That's literally it.
Who's another owner that's always in the news? Arthur Blank.
Yeah. I mean, he'll calm down a little bit.
He didn't
It's
calm
not like
down
how
a
it
little
used
bit.
to be, but yeah, he's still kind of out there.
Shai Khan. Why do I?
Yeah, you definitely hear about him.
Your owner should not be in the news, bro. Your owner should be like a faceless, nameless guy. You shouldn't really know who your owner is, bro. Outside of we know Clark Hunt. That's all we need to know. We shouldn't be knowing. Bro.
Yeah.
I know more about Gracie Hunt than I know about
does
Clark
D-Hop
Hunt.
know who that is now?
He still don't know. Man, it's the only name you should be worried about on the paycheck. As long as that check clear. I'm telling you, man, you shouldn't know your owner's name like that, bro. It's not good.
Yeah, at the end of the day, bro, I said it like a few days ago. I said ownership. Sometimes ownership just has no business making football decisions.
I'm telling
Like
you.
and like the guys that got drafted to do some of these teams, they're an example. Like Bryce Young, he got drafted in a horrible situation in Carolina. Like he had no chance to flourish. There's a
None.
train wreck over there. Let's see who
None.
else. Trey Lance, he had opportunity in San Fran. San Fran had talent, but he lost his job. Like the kid was young. He only played 1 year in college. He needed some growth. He needed some development.
Bro, this is the thing. You got $1 billion. You said I'm the new owner of this team. I got $1 billion. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do my research. Who is the top guy? I'm gonna go and try to hire a smart top guy that I want to hire, and then I'm gonna fall back. Be smart. Trust your guy. You think Clark Hunt be like, "Hey, Brett, what you doing with this cornerback market?"
Hell
Or
no.
do you think that he call him in the middle of the night, Andy? What's going on with man? Shut up.
No.
What do you want? Let me do this. Damn. All you have to do is write the check and approve it. That's all you got to do. I will take you into consideration. I will. I will call you and say, "Yo, Clark, Joshua Usay is available for a 6th-round pick in 2026. And Clark gonna say, for real? That's it? Okay. How do you think that conversation went?
It's real short. And like Clark Hunt addressed it the other day, man. He said, look, because it was because the Andy Reid retirement talk got brought up again for whatever reason. I don't know why they keep doing that. But anyway,
Dumb reporters.
he said he had no sense that Andy Reid's going to retire anytime soon. He said Brett Veach grows in stature. Andy Reid's very comfortable with him making decisions. I'm sure Clark Hunt feels the same way. Clark Hunt, he said it best. He said, I set the vision, and then I let Reid and Veach do their jobs. That's it.
Bro,
you let them make the full decisions.
At this point, I will ask you a question because I think the answer 5 years ago was probably different than it is now. Would you trust Brett Veach to hire a head coach?
Oh, as the GM?
Yes.
I mean, look, he done
If
some
Andy
guys.
said, "Hey, 3 in a row, we went undefeated. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna enjoy my life. It's nothing else I can do."
Okay.
Would you trust Brett Veach to hire a coach?
Yeah, I would. Cause like even in like him and Andy Reid have had many discussions, so I'm sure the discussions will continue with whoever takes over.
I think that Brett Veach has earned enough, that he's done enough. He's not Andy Reid's yes man anymore, I don't think.
I don't did you ever even get that perception?
In the beginning, yeah, in the beginning, we didn't know who Brett Veach was. We thought he was
I mean,
a
of
young
course not.
dude, and Andy told him, "Hey, go do this." Okay, yes, sir, Mr. Reed, sir.
Yeah.
I don't think he's that anymore. I don't think he's that anymore. And we joke around. I think Andy is involved, of course. I think and Andy approves.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Spag said it today. Veach asked me a variety of questions. How do you like this guy? This guy. He said Josh Usay wasn't the only option on the table. I think Veach does a lot more than people think he do. With training wheels though, as an owner, I would still want a little more to say than I get it. I think the way it works is they present the argument to Brett Veach. I mean to Clark Hunt, and he says yes or no. But I'm saying as a stable franchise, you gotta hire your guys, put them in position, and then let them work. Jerry Jones ain't letting Mike McCarthy work.
Nope.
Not at all.
Jerry
Not
Jones got
even
like three,
close.
and Jerry Jones got 3 different titles besides being the owner. He the GM and the
Oh,
chairman, and yeah,
yeah,
it's
definitely. Yeah, he got too much. He right there. He probably was like, "Hey, what's up, McCarthy? Hey, what's up, Mr. Jones? How you doing? Oh, I signed Ezekiel Elliott today. Like, what? Nigga, you didn't call me. What do you mean?
right.
You don't think, bro? I think that's very possible. I re-signed Leighton Vanderbosch again. Hey, what are you? Yeah, I'm not gonna play. I'm not gonna play Dak Prescott yet. Like, man, why can't we make some of these decisions? Please.
Hey, listen, Dak and CD got their paper now, so
Does Dallas look good though?
heck no.
From a not even from a roster standpoint, do they look good?
No. I mean, there's still some talent
I don't
there,
want
but
my owner coming from out of his apartment in the sky telling me what third linebacker I need to sign. That's too much.
right.
Why are you here?
Yeah, like there's clearly some holes with Dallas, but at the end of the day, bro, like DJ Scratch said, like it's a collaboration with with Clark Hunt, Brett Veach, and Andy Reid as far as like getting stuff done. And Clark Hunt only step in when he feels like he needs to step in, which is rare these days.
Yeah. So. And he's not happy when he has to step in. Clark Hunt ain't happy about that. And you can probably call John Dorsey and ask him.
I was just about to say that. That was definitely clear with the John Dorsey era.
Facts.
Yep.
Facts.
Yeah, also facts. Like, dog, they got Will Levis over there playing quarterback. I mean, he's hurt now, but you got Mason Rudolph over there. Like,
who was the Panthers owner? What's Jerry Richardson, right?
Tepper. It's Tepper, David Tepper.
David Tepper.
Like he a lot worse than Richardson.
And he and who chose to draft Bryce Young?
He did. Yeah.
Bro, if I'm GM, I don't even want you here, bro. Why are you here? I don't want you here till we've made, bro. If we scouting, just think about if you was the owner. And let's be honest, if we going to see Patrick Mahomes and you going to see Deshaun Watson, if you an owner coming off the season he had, you probably saying, bro, get me Deshaun Watson. That's fair, bro. We know how their careers turned out. We talking about in that moment.
Oh, you talking about that moment?
Yeah, if I'm the owner,
yeah.
Hey man, give me Deshaun Watson. So Brett Veach in there talking about, nah, man, this dude Mahomes is the guy, bro. Like we scouted him. I don't give hey, Brett, do your job or I can find somebody else to do it. Mm-hmm. Imagine if we had that type of owner.
Yeah, and and at the end of the day, bro, like,
or a type of owner. Okay, even another thing. I want Patrick Mahomes. Okay, well, hey Clark, I'm gonna have to make a big trade to pull. You gotta trust me to do that too. You feel me? I'm about to give up 2 firsts and a third. You gotta trust that I know what I'm talking about. Now imagine we did all that and traded for Mitchell Trubisky.
Oh Lord.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you gotta trust your owner, man. Cleveland is a mess.
Yeah, hey.
Cleveland is a mess.
And like I said, bro, like we just brought Deshaun Watson. Like, I don't blame them for going after it. It didn't work out. Unfortunately for them,
I don't blame Houston at all for drafting Deshaun Watson. That was an incredible pick. It's just what happened after him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Look, this how, and we'll wrap it up with this. Green Bay is owned by Green Bay. They don't even need a damn owner.
Yeah, they owned by the fans.
They drafted 3 straight Hall of Fame quarterbacks, whether you like them now or not.
Right.
Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers,
Brett Starr,
Jordan
Bart
Love.
Starr.
And Barton. Yeah. Let's keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Jordan Love like he gonna be the quarterback for like.
And Jordan Love looks good. So
15 years, yeah.
They don't even have a damn owner.
and then look, Malik Willis, backup quarterback. Many people thought he couldn't play in the National Football League. It's all
change the scenery. Look at him.
Exactly. It's all about situations, people. It's all about getting put in the right situations to succeed. And Malik, whenever he's had to step in for Jordan Love this season, he is playing some great football.
Yeah. It's all still
winning.
Opportunity, fit, all those type of things. You know what I'm saying? It might. I don't know how we even got on that conversation, but it is an interesting conversation. But man, trust the guy. All you got to do is make the right hire. Trust yourself to hire the right coach, and then let him do his job. Or hire the right GM to hire the right coach that can work together and let them do their job, Jerry. Fall back. I don't
Yeah.
need you on the radio station every week, bro. Can you imagine if Clark Hunt was on 96.5 The Fan talking to Carrington every weekend?
Oh, that'd be
It would
tragic.
be amazing for C Dot, but I wouldn't want that as a fan. Are you crazy? Go do something. Go
Bro,
make some money.
we'll be in the same misery before like Mahomes got here. We would still be miserable to this day. If Clark Hunt
Bro,
was like that.
you would hate that.
I
You would
definitely would
hate
hate that.
that. It's like,
But
man, that's ridiculous. Shout out to Carrington.
yeah, but at the end of the day, I'm glad we got our ownership. You know what I mean? So let's keep
Yeah,
the run rolling.
yeah. We're in the midst of a three-peat, man. We in the middle of history right now, so it's working. It's like I don't know why other teams and franchises don't take the blueprint of what Kansas City is laying down. I don't know why y'all haven't used it, but anyway. Yeah, you're right, DJ Scratch. Pick your scores for the game. Thank you. I've ran
Yeah.
it long enough.
Yeah, we're at that point for
I
sure.
don't do scores, but you know how I feel. A W. I think because if you go shootout, that means the defense something happened. It
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't be a shootout. I think Tampa Bay early makes this something. This is my thought on it. You only gonna get 3 drives. You're gonna get that first 15, you're gonna get the second drive, and then the defense is like, okay, all right, we tired of playing with y'all. With their bad running game, I don't even think they get to the third drive. So I'm giving them 2 good drives. I will give them 10 points. And I think Kansas City is going to attack the board. 31-14. Thank you, Scratch. That sounds like a great score to me. I'll
Yeah,
take that.
it definitely is. I think I'm going along with that too, man. 31-14, 31-17. The way I see it is, we already mentioned DeAndre Hopkins. Chiefs fans going to be in for a treat. It should be a great night. I'm interested to see how often they use Joshua Uche, their new acquisition, because I shout out to my guy Philip Magruder, my guy P Mac, man. He mentioned this. He talked about how with Uche being there now with Mike Dana and the rest of them guys, like
Who is
I'm interested.
practicing now? So,
Yeah, so
yeah, that
like
rotation is nuts.
yeah, so like certain situations, Spags will bring out that NASCAR package, you know what I'm saying, to help that pass rush out. So that's gonna be one thing I'm gonna look forward to, if they bring it out on Monday night, which I'm sure they will. Another thing I'm gonna look forward to is, yeah, like you mentioned of Xavier Worthy, man. Like we're gonna keep an eye on him because,
It's
like you
time.
mentioned, we're getting close. We're getting close. They just a tick off still, just a
Mm-hmm.
little bit. They just a tick off. But I would guarantee you, second half of the season is gonna be even better for Xavier Worthy. Like we know he knows how to find the end zone, but it's just a matter of being just a little more consistent between the 20s.
And I will say it was around this time last year that Rasheed Rice it
You're right.
clicked.
You're
So
absolutely right.
I think we coming up on that time of the season where it's going to click for him and Xavier, and then once that click, you
Scary
got it
hours.
deep. You got Travis Kelce and D Hop in the middle. You got Kareem Hunt running the ball down your throat, and then Pacheco. You had Hollywood. You had Noah. Hey, yeah.
Oh
Hey,
man.
be mad at yourself. You had opportunities to shut all this down. You had opportunities. We should be 3-5 like the rest of these bums out here. But no, we're not. We're not. Y'all had a
Yeah.
chance, bro. Y'all had a chance.
Yeah.
Y'all been throwing y'all best shot, bro, and we just been countering. We've been taking it and we just punch back. And y'all
And I was having a conversation with somebody during the Raiders game last week, and I said, watching us, and I think you made a boxing reference. You referenced Floyd Mayweather.
Mhm.
Now, I referenced Terrence Bud Crawford.
Okay.
I said this is. I said this is like watching Bud Crawford. First two rounds, maybe three. It's like, okay, I want to see what you're doing. Really, I'm not really gonna throw anything like that. I just want to get a feel for what you want to do, and then I'm gonna come with it the rest of the way. I mean,
Same thing with Floyd.
that's what it's like watching the Chiefs right now.
Mhm.
So,
Watch Floyd versus Zab Judah. First 4 rounds, first three actually.
mhm.
Judah was winning that fight clearly, and then whitewash over. Thank you. 12 in the round. 12. I'm gonna outpunch you. I'm gonna outbox you. I'm gonna embarrass you. I might not knock you out, but I'm gonna show you there's a difference, and that's what Kansas City been showing people all year. There's levels. There's a difference.
Oh man, then we just lock it down that fourth quarter, man. Like we just know how to close, man. Like everybody talk about Patrick Mahomes' TD interception ratio. Like, why aren't y'all talking about what he does in the fourth quarter? Why aren't y'all talking about his ability to manage the game when it's time to manage the game
It's
and
not
close out the
sexy
game?
though, Chuck. We gotta talk
Yeah,
about the. We gotta talk.
I know, man. I know, but the numbers gonna come. The numbers are gonna be there, y'all. Like this whole TD interception ratio stuff, it's not gonna last the entire year. It's gonna turn around. It's gonna
Watch
turn
watch
around.
him watch him not throw a pick in the playoffs. Watch.
That's
He
gonna be
didn't do it last
hilarious.
year. He didn't throw a pick to the Super Bowl.
That's gonna be hilarious if that happens. Like he goes the entire postseason, including the Super Bowl, not throwing a pick. That's gonna be funny.
Man, Pat got a switch too. I don't know if people don't know it or Pat's got a switch too. Watch around week 12.
Yeah. So, but anyhow, man, we should go 8-0. We should be able to win this game. And then I think it'll be 2 weeks away from Buffalo. So I think we play Denver after this game.
Oh, we got to talk to my man because he been talking about this Bo Nix guy.
Uh,
He's
okay.
delusional, though.
All right. So let me ask you about our division anyway. Does Denver and the LA Chargers both make it, or is one of them gonna miss it,
I mean,
or,
the
or do they, or
way
did they make it at all?
one of them is gonna make it in. One of them is gonna make it in because the way the Jets don't look good, Miami don't look good, Cincinnati don't look good, Cleveland maybe with Jameis Winston, but how long is that gonna last? Because Jameis Winston, I love him to death, but he threw a very bad interception that should have been called and should have ended the game to Kyle Hamilton.
Yeah, like
Um,
like both like him and Lamar, they both threw some passes that should have been
man,
picked
yeah.
off in that game.
In the AFC South, Houston, who's leading that division right now? Houston,
Houston, yeah, it's still Houston.
and they looking a little. They look good. They banged up. They looking lost Diggs for the year. That offensive line is not doing them any favors.
Bro, what
So
happened to Laramie Tunsil, dog? Like he fell off this year. Like he
man,
leads
he gotta go
offensive.
get
He
that
leads,
gas mask back.
bro. He leads all offensive linemen in penalties, and I've seen him
Really?
getting beat. Yeah, I've seen him getting beat pretty easily yesterday.
He's been full practice. I think that was just a slight ankle twist. He's cool. He's been full practice all week.
Yeah,
Um, yeah,
that's just from the Raiders game when I can't remember who landed on his ankles or whatever, but yeah, it probably stemmed from that. But he's fine.
yeah, but I only see one team on the AFC South making it. Um, so you get your leaders. So you would go Kansas City. Right now, you would go Pittsburgh. Right
Yeah,
now,
Pittsburgh. Yeah, Pittsburgh leading the North.
okay. You would go Houston, and then Buffalo, right? So
Yeah, yeah. Buffalo
I
got
would
that division locked up.
I would go Baltimore, and then the Chargers.
I mean, it makes sense.
It makes sense. I
You,
mean, both of them are ahead of the Baltimore right now, though, right?
yeah, you want to know what's funny, bro? Like pretty much everybody saw Peter Schrager's prediction for the AFC this year, and
He had
he had the Jets win the division, and that's not gonna happen. But
no.
when at the time when he said us Broncos and the Chargers made the playoffs, pretty
We
much everybody's
laughed.
looking
We
at him
laughed. I
crazy.
laughed.
Yeah, I laughed
We
too.
laughed.
I was like, I don't know about that, but I mean, look, hey man, Peter be on it, bro. See, like he be having the script like every
Who was
year.
the Super Bowl prediction? Kansas City and Packers.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And at
Oh,
this point in the season, I think it's a foregone conclusion. I know I shouldn't really be saying that, but
don't say it then.
I,
Don't say it.
it's an NFC. Look, an NFC North team is going to be playing in the Super Bowl. It's going to be between the
NFC
Packers and
North.
Lions.
Okay, I wouldn't be mad at that. And the Lions remind me of the Eagles a couple of years ago. Floated through the regular season, kicking people ass every week, and then they ran into a real quarterback and a real defense.
And you know
Not to
what?
say the Lions aren't good, because the Lions are very, very good, but that's
And,
what it
and,
remind me of.
and I'm not even gonna hold you, bro. Like I wouldn't mind playing either team, but I kind of lean more towards playing the Lions because I'm just sick of people when they
Now
do
we owe
bring
the
up.
Lions one. They beat us on banner night. We owe them one. Yeah.
Yeah, and not just that, bro. Like Jared Goff is 2-0 against Patrick Mahomes for his
Is he?
career.
Oh
Like,
yeah, because
you remember that 50-point
greatest
game
game of
from
all
OT?
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, greatest game of all time.
So yeah, I kind of want to play the Lions just for that reason, bro. Like we gotta get that monkey off our back right there.
I got you. I feel you.
So,
So I think it's gonna be a good game, man. Y'all check in with us. We're gonna be here. Um, let's come back 8-0, man. Let's just do it. Let's just keep winning. Keep rolling these wins. We'll worry about the Super Bowl when we get there. So, Kingdom Cast, man, like, share, subscribe. Check us on all platforms. Tell the truth. Our guys over there. Don't forget to check out the Discord, Bet the House. CJ, DG running that thing. Don't forget to check out Tell the Truth Trifecta. They've been doing real good on them parlays. So, hey, man, we working over here, man. You know what I'm saying? Come rock with us. Come join the fun.
yeah. With that being said, we out of here, Chiefs Kingdom. Oh, and by the way,
By the way,
I'll be back in the building on Monday night, so I'll see y'all then. If
are
y'all
you
losing
going to the
again,
game?
yeah,
Oh,
I'll be there.
oh, bad luck, Chuck, at the game. Okay.
Yeah. D House first game at Arrowhead, yeah, I gotta be there. So.
Y'all ain't give me no ticket. See how y'all do me, man.
Hey, you got more of a plug than me. Nah, I'm playing.
Shout
All
out,
right.
shout out my boy supposed to be coming through. Sean Smith, the freezer. He coming through.
Freeze.
Sharkandrick West supposed to come in town, man. Holla at me, bro. Holla at
Yeah,
me,
holla at
dog.
us, bro. Ain't no
Where's
hat.
the hat, Chuck? He owe you a hat. Okay.
Ain't no hat. It's fresh cut. All right, we out, y'all. Peace.
Peace out.